StartUpSity boss speaking, and now I am going to make poff the Uzbek way, normally with some kink of Nigerian pepper. I'm going to have to remove the seeds so that it's not bitter, which is what is the problem with Nigerian stews. Why they have to cook it too long. So most people need to be aware why, because seeds are toxic, and usually they are supposed to be replanted rather than cooked. But because people are afraid to burn their hands in the process of working with pepper, and by mistake putting it in their eye, they just decide to leave it that way. So yeah, the city of sun, which is supposed to be a welcoming country, but because of lots of historical factors such as Afghan wars and Middle Eastern problems, during the time when I was born, I'm putting just a drizzle of salt water. I do not advise anyone to be taking salt in its raw, dry form, because that's not how salt is being found. It's dehydrated salt. The crystals are removed, which is what causes cancerous cells. The bone white blood cells usually end up reacting. So I don't have sesame seeds to add to it. I'm putting some curry, which makes it yellow, because we don't have in Nigeria yellow carrots. Yellow carrots actually calms people down. The Uzbek prefer to cut in big lumps. So this is going to be a tasty dish. I put garlic in its shell there so that it's just the aroma, and then it becomes sweet when you take it in. Because the carrots in Nigeria aren't sweet because of the hardwood, I'm having to put sugar. What I would prefer to do is soak the sugar in water before putting it inside. That's exactly what I have to do. Usually, what my grandfather, who brought me up, Safa Mustafavic, because people in communication need a lot of sugar to stimulate themselves, as usually in Asia, a lot of things are done in a sweet manner. He used to talk a lot. He used to walk a lot. And then all of a sudden, at a certain age, when he rose in administration and management, у него была сидячая работа. Когда люди очень много ходят, им нельзя садиться на одном месте. Надо ходить по офису, а тогда были маленькие местечки, где работали люди. И поэтому он начал болеть. У него ноги стали отходить, он терял сознание. Ему нужно было постоянно чай пить с сахаром кристальным. А тогда в России, в Союзе, кристаллического сахара не было. Всегда пользовались коммерционным сахаром. Вот. И ему нужно было просто подниматься на цыпочки для того, чтобы стоять. Но из-за того, что он был мужчина, ему не позволяли на цыпочках вставать, потому что это выражалось как трусость. Вот. И он обычно ночью со мной, когда мне было 5 лет, лежали в постели мягком. Ему нужно было ложиться на твердом постели. У него постель была из перьев. А перья вызывают в жаркую погоду бактерии. Он порезался, и у него началась гангрена. Мы лежим постоянно, из-за того, что ему нужно было выговориться, он со мной постоянно разговаривал. Звал меня с коридора, чтобы я могла его понять, потому что я, когда приехала из Нигерии в 5 лет, я не понимала, как правило, русский язык. Я привыкла к его голосу, когда была маленькой. Вот. И мне запомнилось очень много от него, от его профессии, происхождения. Поэтому я могу слышать и видеть. Он меня постоянно по квартире гонял, чтобы я через каждые двери проходила, чтобы не сидеть на одном месте и быть активной. Вот. Потом он со мной разговаривал в тихом тоне, объяснял, почему он делал, почему он разговаривал со мной так. Вот. So this sugar is what usually comes out of fruits before, like sugar cane, and I don't know what this sugar is made of, because they're making different kinds of sugar now. Usually the Uzbeks, they add dates, what's his name, kishmish, so that adds to the sweetness. So I have to make do with this. For a bit of color, I'm going to add a little bit of hibiscus flower, which is zobo, and I'm going to dunk it in salt to release the juices and the color from it after I have washed it, of course. You can see it turns purple, and we are going to put it here. StartUpSity Boa speaking. I'm going to first fry it all together and then put water in. Now usually rice is put last, but because I'm using a rice cooker, I have to put it all at once. The taste may be different, you never know. There is special Uzbek rice that is being used. It's fat and thick, but here I'm using long grain rice. StartUpSity Boa speaking. I'm going to leave it like this to cook up so that I can see how evenly the rice is going to cook, because usually that's what they do. They do not disturb the mix of the poff so that you can taste each part and know what is where. Even if the pepper might burn, it's still part of the taste. StartUpSity Boa speaking. "11 minutes and 50 seconds.